Now we're going to mix up the nutrient by the parts per million. We have a rough idea of the volume that we need from looking at that feed chart we mentioned earlier. They were talking about in the feed chart of a half a teaspoon per gallon. Well, we're only doing a quart. We were talking about doing a quarter of a teaspoon, but we're going by EC. We know that somewhere in that quarter to half teaspoon is going to yield us that 1,000 parts per million. We will not pour directly out of this bag. What's going to end up happening is you're going to end up getting a little clump of it, way more than what you need. So General Hydroponics does us this little favor of giving us a measuring spoon in the container. It actually is a tablespoon and a teaspoon, but we know that we only need about a quarter of a teaspoon, give or take. We're going to take our tablespoon here and sprinkle some in. And this is going to be a little bit of a time-consuming process because it's going to be add it, stir it, make sure that it all gets dissolved. Our first reading is 926. So now we have to be extremely careful. I don't want to have that big of a volume of nutrient, dry nutrient in my measuring cup to dump in there just in case I dump way too much in. So we're going to knock most of that stuff out. And we're going to just put in a few grains. Stir. Test. Holy cow, I got lucky. 1,000 parts per million. There we go. But let's zoom in down here. Back to that cold water issue, I still see some crystals that have not dissolved. So what I thought was perfect is probably a little too much nutrient. So let's try to get those guys dissolved. And it did go up just a bit. There's still a couple more crystals that have not been yeah, it is. I'm going to stir it up one final time. Put her in there. Even though I was going for 1,000, we're going to end up at 1,010.